Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And I am very lucky to be beta testing Glory Days Boxing, and that's brought to you by Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming YouTube channel. And I believe it'll be out soon. I think it's going to be out December of this year. But if you want to know more about the game, please visit Bleacher Bums Gaming. And Anthony has a playlist of all Glory Days boxing videos and an introduction video and many a match. This game is absolutely wonderful. It flows quite well using the dice as opposed to flipping cards. Now, if you're a fan of Title Bout Championship Boxing, I have the old school game, and I know a new one came out, Title Bout 2. I also have the PC game for Title Bout. I did not purchase Title Bout 2. I just couldn't stand flipping cards. And when I was a kid, I played the living snot out of that game and always was trying to figure how to play the game with dice. Well, Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming, a huge boxing fan, a huge sports fan, has come up with his game, and this is Glory Days Boxing. Again, please go to his channel if you haven't subscribed. Check it out, and I'm sure you will subscribe because it's a great channel. That's Bleacher Bums Gaming. And he has Glory Days Boxing up there. He has dice baseball of all different varieties. Under the Hood for auto racing. It's just a great channel. He also has some soccer on there using Soccer Blast. So, but this is Glory Days Boxing. Anthony again was kind enough to let me beta test it, so I have the PDF file, and I downloaded the fighters, and I believe his original card set that he's going to have with the game will be 100 heavyweights, I think. But again, these are questions you can ask Anthony. I'm just going to beta test the game. The game plays wonderfully. I've played 5 bouts offline. I'm not all set with the rules. They're not hard, but I like to jump in and play the game, so I will make mistakes most likely. Again, Anthony at Bleacher Bums Gaming, thank you very much, and just go and check out that wonderful channel to get more information on Glory Days Boxing. So our match tonight, or whenever you're watching, is going to be George Chuvalo from Canada against Henry Cooper. George Chuvalo, when he ended his pugilistic career, was 73, 18-2 with 64 knockouts. Tremendous heavyweight contender. Against Henry Cooper from England, and he finished his heavyweight pugilistic career at 40 wins, 14 losses, 1 draw, and 27 knockouts. Chuvalo also had 2 draws. They both fought Muhammad Ali. Cooper actually dropped Muhammad Ali with a big left hook in their first bout. But these two never fought. Henry Cooper did not fight George Chuvalo, and George Chuvalo desperately wanted to fight Henry Cooper. I believe what would have been, since Chuvalo is from Canada, it would have been for the British Commonwealth title. But we're going to have a little 10-round bout here, and I'll do the best I can. I hope I do justice to the game, as Anthony's absolutely marvelous with this game. And it's a lot of fun. It flows well with the card and dice. I've provided, you should be able to see the cards, the spreadsheet to the left. As What's Blazing in Sports has jumped in the chat. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well with you and your family and the little man. We're just beta testing Glory Days Boxing, a game that Bleacher Bums Gaming, a.k.a. Anthony, has developed, and it will be out, I believe, in December of this year. And he let me have a PDF download to beta test. He's done a wonderful job showcasing it. He just would like to see other people play it. And I think everyone's going to enjoy this game. If you're a fan of the old school Title Bout Boxing and Title Bout 2, this must be an add to your collection. So again, we're going to have Chuvalo versus Cooper. And in the chat, we have What's Blazing in Sports, a huge, huge boxing fan. Another great channel. So check him out, and please give him a look-see and a subscribe, because I know you'll love that channel. Alrighty, so here we go. Chuvalo versus Henry Cooper. And I'm going to go fairly slow, not shocking on my channel. The first thing you do is you roll, and again, you can see the better video gameplay on Anthony's Bleacher Bums Gaming channel. But you have 2 dice. I don't have red and blue. I have red and white. So what we're going to do is red die will be George Chuvalo. The white die, Henry Cooper. And on the cards, you can see 1 through 6. And stars or asterisks next to the numbers. So George Chuvalo, if he rolls a 1, will be fighting on the inside with 2 asterisks. And let's just say that Henry Cooper also rolls a 1. That's fighting inside with 1 asterisk or star, however you want to put it. And as you can see, George Chuvalo has 2 stars, which would give him control. He would have the action, and Cooper would only have a defensive action and possibly a counter punch, if I am interpreting the rules correctly. And Lord knows sometimes I make mistakes. So the first thing we're going to do, there's 9 segments that make a round, and there's a chart here, and there's a point chart for punches landed. And we're not going to have any referees. We're going to do it the old school English way. I am the referee. I'm sorry, we're not going to have any judges. I am the referee and the sole judge. At the end of the bout, I will lift the arm if it goes to a decision of the proper pugilist. So the first thing we're going to do, we would roll. We'll just do a quick little test here. Hi, OG, Original Grognard. Check out that wonderful channel, Military Strategy, Wrestling, Card and Dice. I think it's called Beyond the Mat. That was awesome. Sports, OG, my partner, one of my partners in crime for our talk show on Saturdays and sometimes on Fridays. Check him out, as well as What's Blazing in Sports. So we're just going to do a quick little mock scenario, and then we'll go into the game. Hello, Bubba Husky. So we roll the dice, and it's a 4 for George Chuvalo and a 6 for Henry Cooper. So a 4 for George Chuvalo is outside, no stars, so he's not good out there. And as long as Cooper has a star, a 6, and that's 2 stars on the inside. So the action, we then go to two-sided, again, I don't have the right colors. We'll read the green die first, the red die second. These are 2 10-sided dies, 0 through 9. And Henry Cooper has the action as he's a 6, 2 stars on the inside, compared to Chuvalo's 4, which is on the outside with no stars. So we will roll on the Henry Cooper card, and we roll an 18. So if we look at the Henry Cooper card, the 18, we go to the outside column, 18. Henry Cooper lands 4 punches, the last one being a cross. I just like to say a 4-punch combination. We would then move, he scored 4 punches. We move that over to the 4, the little guys I got from Stratomatic Baseball I'm using as markers. And now, on the inside, Chuvalo, you can actually hit him with a few more punches because he's such a sieve defensively on the inside. He will get hit. You never met a punch he didn't like. If Cooper can now roll, and he's on the white die, a 0 through 5, he'll land an additional punch. He rolls an 11. There's no additional punch. We also have to check for the power check. Cooper's power is a 4, and it's a 20, so there's no power, but it's a possibility of a cut. Chuvalo, who cuts 0 through 9, he needs to roll higher than that, and he does, 14, so there's no cut, and that would be the end of the first segment. I think I did that fairly correctly, and you would just go 9 segments. Okay, so that's the gist, the basics of it, of how the game is played. And now we're going to play the game, and if you have any questions, I will try to answer them best I can afterwards. and also go to Bleacher Bums Gaming because it's Anthony's game, and it's wonderful. It flows quite well, and he has a bunch of videos up on it, and you can leave a comment on one of the gaming videos, and he will answer them. Alrighty, so here we go. 10 rounds, heavyweights, from Wembley Arena, not Wembley Stadium, Wembley Arena, packed house to see George Chuvalo and Henry Cooper. Alright, here we go, segment 1. Chuvalo rolls a 3, and that is an outside. He's horrible from the outside. 1 star against a 2 for Henry Cooper. Cooper inside, no stars. So Chuvalo has the action here, and only Cooper has a defensive capability. And on the outside, a 50 is a missed punch, so Henry Cooper will have an opportunity to counter. 20-sided white die, he needs a 1 through 6. 15, he misses. So that's the end of segment 1. So both fighters throw punches and miss. Chuvalo again pressing the action. He's trying to get on the inside. He rolls a 6. That's 2 stars on the inside for Chuvalo. And for Cooper, that's 2 stars on the inside. They're going to stand and trade Billy Goat to Billy Goat head to head on the inside. Chuvalo will go first because he had momentum, and that is a 5. So George Chuvalo on a 5 lands a 4-punch combination on the inside with a short cross being the big scoring blow. And Cooper on the inside, you can hit him 1 and a 2, an extra punch. And Chuvalo lands 1 more on the inside as we rolled a white die of a 2. So he's landed 5 punches on the inside before Cooper can retaliate. Let's go a power check. And that's a 5! And a 5 from George Chuvalo. Power rating lands as 0 through 5. We go to the chin check, and Cooper's chin check has to be above a 4 and above a 9 if he doesn't want to be knocked down or stunned, and it's a 13, so he shakes off those blows. And here comes Cooper with his retaliatory punches, and that's a 20 on the inside for Henry Cooper. And a 20 is a 3-punch combination. And let's see if he'll land any extra blows. He does not. So a 3-punch combination, power check for Cooper. And Cooper! 2, which lands in his power rating. But George Chuvalo has an iron chin. You have to roll a 1. And he's only stunned 4 and under. And he is not, so he shakes off the blow. So both fighters trade. We move on to segment 3 of round 1. Chuvalo with a red 4 outside, and that's horrible for him, against a white 4, and the same thing for Cooper. No stars for either bout pugilist. They will trade from the outside, and Chuvalo will go first. And that is a 36 from the outside. Again, Chuvalo not a proficient fighter from the outside. 36, and he misses a big overhand right. Opportunity, we roll the 20-sided white die. Cooper can counter and land 0 through 6, and it's an 8. He misses the counter, and now it's his opportunity to follow up on the outside. Cooper lands a 29. Those are going to be scoring blows for Henry Cooper. A 29 is a jab and a right cross. That lands. No defense. Chuvalo, no defensive opportunity to block for Chuvalo. He's a defensive sieve. Everything goes through. So Cooper lands 2 punches. He's now landed 5. We go power check for Henry Cooper. Again, he needs a 4 or under, and it's a 17. So no punch that stuns Chuvalo. We move to the 3rd segment of round 1. Very close bout so far early in this round. That's a red 2 for Chuvalo, a white 1. Inside 1 star for Chuvalo, and inside 1 star for Cooper. So again, Billy Goat to Billy Goat, head to head. They're going to bang away on the inside. Chuvalo will go first. And that is a 72. and he misses his punches. Here comes a countering opportunity. Cooper misses on the inside as both fighters smother each other, and Cooper tries to get his hands free, and the green die has jumped the shark. Let's get the green die here. And that is an 86. And he's going to miss his punches, so a lot of smothering, mauling, and brawling. A counter opportunity, and Chuvalo misses. A lot of clutch grab and potential punching, but mostly mauling and brawling, trying to wear each other out. Chuvalo, a very strong fighter. We move on to segment 5 here, and that's a 4 for Chuvalo. And that's outside with no asterisks, so a big opportunity for Henry Cooper. You're in a 5, and that's outside with 1 star, so Cooper will have the opportunity to bang away from the outside on Chuvalo. Chuvalo only has defensive capability. And Cooper not taking advantage of it. That's a 77. And he's going to miss those punches. Here comes a counter. And Chuvalo misses. On to segment 6. A 2 for Chuvalo. Inside 1 star against a 5. Outside 1 star. Chuvalo goes first as he bores his way in, and that is a 12. Chuvalo gets on the inside. He throws a hook to the body and up to the head, scoring 2 blows. Will he land an extra one? 7. No, he does not. Power check. And Chuvalo falls out of his power range, and now it's Henry Cooper's turn as they exchange, and that's a 48 for Cooper on the outside. That's a jab and an uppercut. He catches Chuvalo coming in. No defensive rolling with the punches there for Chuvalo. Power check for Cooper, 14 out of his power range. Segment 6 of round 1. Very close round so far. Cooper's outlanded Chuvalo by 1 punch, 7-6. That's a 3 for Chuvalo. Outside 1 star against a 2. Inside nothing for Cooper, so only a defensive capability for Cooper. Chuvalo throws a 54, and from the outside he's horrid. That's a miss. Here comes the counter, and Cooper lands the counter as 1 through 6 is landing. He lands a 1-2, snapping Chuvalo's head. We move to segment 7 of round 1, and that is a 2 and a 2. So a 2 is a 1 star on the inside for Chuvalo, and nothing on the inside for Henry Cooper. So again, Chuvalo boring in, trying to impose his will on Henry Cooper. And on the inside, that is a 68. Cooper does a good job of smothering him. Those punches are missed. Now Cooper's going to attempt the counter. Again, he needs a 1 through 6. He misses his countering shots. We're closing in on the end of round 1. And that's a 1 for George Chuvalo. Inside 2 stars against a 4. Cooper trying to parry away and keep Chuvalo off him, but he cannot. Chuvalo gets on the inside, and that is an 8. Chuvalo working his hands on the inside. He lands 2 hooks to the body and a short right cross to the head. Will he land any additional blows? Yes, he will. A 1 and a 2 is an additional blow on Henry Cooper. So he lands 4 punches on the inside. He's landed 10. Here comes the power check for Chuvalo. 19. A 19. A possible cut on Henry Cooper. This is where I mess up now. So 19, possible cut. So now we have to roll to see what type of cut on the 20-sided die for Henry Cooper, or swelling. And it's a 15, and a 15 is a gash over the right eye. Uh-oh, that is not good. So Chuvalo looking to end it here late in round 1. Let me just mark that down. Gash, right eye. And now with a gash over the right eye, we have to roll. First time a stoppage will occur. We roll the 20-sided die. 1 through 4 the first time, and his fight will be stopped on cuts. And it's a 9, so the fight is not stopped. It will continue as we close in the final 30 seconds of a big round for George Chuvalo. That's a 1 for Chuvalo, and that's 2 stars against a 6, and that's 2 stars. So they're going to stand on the inside and trade. Chuvalo goes first. Cooper having, I bet you his control, I got to read into that. It's the first time I've had a gash cut. That's going to affect, I think, something else. But so Chuvalo, that's a 35. He lands 2 punches, a hook to the head, and then down to the body. Will he land an additional blow? He does not. Power check. And he misses his power range as it's a 6, and he needs a 5. And now it's 2, so it's 12. Here's Cooper in retaliation. That's a 29 on the inside. A 29 on the inside for Cooper. He lands a left to the body and up to the head. Will he land any additional blows? He will. 1 through 5. He does not. It's a 6. Now the power check. 19. And now he possibly can cut George Chuvalo. Because I think because you roll the 19, I don't think it's an individual roll. I haven't been playing it that way. So Chuvalo, he also will cut. 1 through 9. And he does not cut. It's a 19. And there's the end of round 1. A lot of action. And George Chuvalo takes round 1. He landed 12 punches to Cooper's 11, but plus the bad cut on Cooper's eye, gash over his right eye. Cooper landed 11. So now you reduce. So George Chuvalo's stamina was 90, and we'll reduce that by 11. And Cooper's stamina was 70, and we will reduce that by 12. So Chuvalo's down to 79. And Cooper's down to 58. All right. And again, I'm going to have to look into the cut. That's the first time I had that. I don't want to go to the booklet right now. I just want to play the game. But we will check that out afterwards offline. So we come up on round 2. Chuvalo starts off the action if it's even. So it's 6 both. 6 for Chuvalo's, 2 stars inside. 6 for Cooper's, 2 stars inside. They're going to bang away once again. Chuvalo goes first. He rolls a 23. A 23 off of his cards. A 3-punch combination with a hook to the body being the finishing blow. And let's see if he'll land an additional blow. And he will, as that's a 1 and a 1 or a 2. Cooper's defense on the inside means the opposing pugilist lands another shot. So a 4th shot is landed by Chuvalo. And now the power check. And a 20. Holy cow, another cut. Possibility of a cut here. 20. 16. And that's another cut, most likely. And another 20. Broken nose. Oh, my Lord. Cooper's taking a beating. Broken nose. And that's got to definitely affect something there. So, Chuvalo is bludgeoning him. That's a broken nose. I played 5 times, none of this stuff happened. And again, I might be doing some of this incorrectly, but we're going to go with it. Broken nose. I got to look that up. I think that affects. A broken nose has to affect. Let's quickly look that up. I didn't have any cuts in 5 fights. knockdowns, stoppage cuts or swelling, fouls. Well, we're just going to play it out. We're going to play it out. I'm not going to slow down the process. We'll check all this stuff offline after, and I'll get back to you on it. So now, and that would affect a fighter, so I'm sure there's something in there for that. So now Cooper gets his punches. 93, he misses. Chuvalo will have an opportunity to counter, and he misses the counter. So a big early portion of the first round, Chuvalo is doing tremendous damage as Cooper is being pummeled from ring post to ring post. And that's a 5 for Chuvalo, 2 stars on the inside, continuing the pressure against a 1 for Cooper, 1 star on the inside, so it's going to be all Chuvalo. And that's a 24 as he's just letting his hands go on the inside, and he scores 3 punches, the last one being a good hook to the head. And will he add another one as he's now landed 7? And he will not. Now we go to the power check. And that's a 5, and that lands in Chuvalo's range. So now Cooper will have to go to a chin check and a stun check. So he needs higher than a 9. It's an 8, so he is stunned. And when you're stunned, the next segment is all the fighter who is in control because he's not stunned. So Chuvalo just rolls his 1 die. Cooper only has defensive capability here. And that's a 6. So again, 2 stars on the inside for Chuvalo. He continues to press Henry Cooper, trying to end it here. That's a 48 on the inside. He lands. He digs hard to the body, comes up to the head. An uppercut splits Cooper's defense. He lands 2 punches. That's now 9 punches landed to Cooper's nothing. And let's see if he lands an additional one. He does not. Power check once again, 18. And that's nothing. So we move on to segment 3. As Chuvalo looking to end it here. Red die for Chuvalo is a 3. White die is a 4 for Cooper. Outside. And that is a 1 star for Chuvalo. And a 4 for Cooper is an outside with no stars. So even when it looks like an advantage for Cooper, it's Chuvalo pouring it on. He does not land a lot of punches on the outside. He needs a 0 through 35, and he gets a 31, so he's going to land a 31. Is a jab and a hook, and he lands them both. And he has no follow-up punches on the outside. Defense -1. -2. Defense. Oh, Cooper can roll defensively, and if it's a 1, if it's a 3 through 5, it's -1 of those punches. It's a 19, so it's not. Power check, and it's no power. We go to segment 4. Now, Chuvalo, if we get 15 points up, there'll be a TKO check. Chuvalo rolls a 5 against Cooper's 1. That's 2 stars on the inside for Chuvalo. And only 1 for Cooper again. Chuvalo imposing his will on Henry Cooper here. And that's a 49. That's going to land on the inside. No, it's not. He misses with those punches. And Cooper has an opportunity to counter. He needs a 1 through 6. He gets a 5. And he lands 2 punches on the counter. So Henry Cooper, and we have to go power check, I think, off the counter. And Cooper, that's a 1. So it lands obviously in his power range. 0 through 4, or 1 through 4. I don't know what happens if you roll a 0. I got to ask Anthony that. So we want higher than that. And it's a 3! So he has stunned Chuvalo with his countering blows on the way in. That ends segment 4. We go to segment 5, and it's going to be Henry Cooper now. We just rolled a 1 die for Cooper, and that's a 1. He's going to be on the inside. Chuvalo only has a defensive action, and that is an 84, so Henry Cooper cannot take advantage of this. An 84, he misses, and Chuvalo will attempt a counter, and he misses. Past halfway point here in round 2. Move to segment 6. Chuvalo rolls a 5. That's 2 stars on the inside against a 3 for Cooper. That's 2 stars on the outside. Cooper had the last, so Cooper goes first from the outside. And that's a 47. A 47 from the outside. 3 punches landed by Henry Cooper. A jab, cross, uppercut. So here comes Henry Cooper. And there's no defensive capability for Chuvalo on the outside. So let's roll to see if Cooper stuns him again. He does not. That is a 9. And Chuvalo bores his way on the inside. It's his turn, and that's a 0-7. And Chuvalo gets on the inside, throws short punches, and a good short right to the chin. He's now landed 12. Power check, 18. That is nothing to my knowledge. So we go to segment 7 of round 2. This has been a slobber knocker. Cooper a mess. Blood, broken nose. Chuvalo pouring it on. That's a 3 for Chuvalo and a 5 for Henry Cooper. A 3 for Chuvalo's outside 1 star. A 5 for Cooper's outside 1 star. Again, they were exchanged on the outside. This should favor Cooper, as Cooper will go first, I believe. And that's a 52 from the outside, and he misses. Chuvalo with a counter opportunity, and he misses. And here's Chuvalo's regular punches, and that's a 36. And a 36 from the outside. Both fighters winging and missing. Cooper misses with his counters. Segment 8 of round 2. Under a minute to go here. Chuvalo's landed 12 punches. Cooper 5. It's been all George Chuvalo. Cooper looks to have a broken nose. 3s for both pugilists. That's a 1 star on the outside for Chuvalo, and 2 stars on the outside for Cooper. So Cooper will have the action, and that's a 58. Man, that broken nose is really hindering him. Those punches are missed. Countering opportunity for Chuvalo. He needs a 1 through 3, and he does not get it. And we come down to the final 20 seconds of round number 2. 4 for Chuvalo, 6 for Cooper. That's nothing on the outside, so Cooper has 2 on the inside. Cooper trying to take it to George Chuvalo now. On the inside, that's a 44. 2 punches landed, the last one being an uppercut that snaps Chuvalo's head. Will he land an additional punch? On the inside, 1 through 5, he lands 1 and 2, he lands 1 more. 3 and 5, he lands 2 more. It's an 8. He does not get any additional punches. Now the power check is a 1. So those punches could have hurt Chuvalo. Chuvalo needs higher than a 4. He does not get it. It's a 3. He is stunned, and he'll be stunned starting the next round. So he landed 2. That's 7, and there's the bell. So Chuvalo landed 12 again. He is battering Henry Cooper. And Cooper landed 7. So Chuvalo's stamina goes down to 72. Henry Cooper, 58 minus 12, goes to 46. He has a cut. I think they've taken care of that, but that broken nose will hinder him. Again, I didn't come across this stuff in my first 5 bouts, so I'm not going to look into it. I'm sure that's going to reduce something. I'm actually positive it's going to reduce something. So we move on to round 3. And Chuvalo is still stunned. I believe that's the way that rule works. He's not revived yet, so Cooper will get 3 punches at Chuvalo. Let's see what it'll be. A 5, and that's outside. He'd rather be on the inside, so let's see if he can take advantage of this. He has to. He's down big. Oop, wrong die. That's a 35. That 35 from the outside is a 4-punch combination, as Cooper working him over, trying to change the momentum. Big hooks on the outside. Big left hook. No defense for Chuvalo on the outside. Let's see if it falls in the power range of Cooper. It does not. We move to segment 2. Chuvalo seems to have cleared his head a bit. That's a 5 for Chuvalo and a 6 for Cooper. And they're both going to be on the inside with 2 stars. They'll bang away. Cooper will go first because he had momentum. And that is a 2 for Henry Cooper on the inside. Short, quick punches. He lands 3 of them. Will he land an additional blow? Let's see. He does not. So he lands 3 quick punches. It's a 7. Power check. And that's a 9 out of his power range. So now Chuvalo will retaliate on the inside. And that's a 35 on the inside. Chuvalo bores in. 35, 2 punches. Hook to the body and the head. Will he land any additional? No, he does not. Power check. It's a 4! So once again, possibility of Cooper going down or being hurt. Cooper needs to stay up on his feet higher than a 4 to not be stunned, higher than a 9, and it's a 16, so he takes those punches well, even with blood flowing from his nose. We move to segment 3 in round 3. Oh, wrong die. A 2 for Chuvalo and a 6 for Cooper. 1 on the inside for Chuvalo. 2 on the inside for Henry Cooper. Henry Cooper trying to mount a comeback here. Chuvalo only has a defensive action, and that is a 5 for Cooper on the inside. 2 punches, short, quick jabs on the inside. Will Cooper land additional? Let's see what the defense is. No, he does not. He's landed 9 blows, and jabs, there's no power check on jabs. And now it is... Well, that was it. That was it. So that ends that segment. We move to segment 4. That was not an even exchange. Chuvalo gets a 3 against Cooper's 2. A 3 is a 1 from the outside against a 2. And bad luck for Henry Cooper. That is nothing on the inside, so Chuvalo wins that. Though Chuvalo, again, not proficient from the outside. We roll, but he's going to land this time. It's a 21. And from the outside, George Chuvalo lands 4 punches. A hellacious outside combination as he bores his way in. He nails Cooper over and over again with hooks, and he lands 4 of them. That brings his punch total to 6. And let's see if Cooper can fend off one of those punches. He needs a 3, 4, or 5. He does not get it. He gets a 9, so he doesn't block anything. Power check once again for Chuvalo is a 17. We move on. No power check there. To segment 4, excuse me. Round 3. Cooper has a 4, Chuvalo a 2. So Chuvalo 1 on the inside, and a 4 for Cooper is nothing on the outside. So again, Chuvalo imposing his will, and that is a 38 on the inside. Chuvalo with a 38 lands 4 punches, digging hard to the body, snaps an uppercut right through the Cooper guard. So those are 4 punches landed. He's now landed 10. And let's see if he'll get an extra blow. He will, 1 or if it's a 1 or 2. And he does not get the extra. Power check now for Chuvalo. 19. I don't know how many times. So again, we go to, and I have to look up this rule. We go to see if it's a cut or any type of damage. And because Cooper bleeds like a sieve, he needs higher than a 16, and he does not get it. It's a 10, so he rolls again, I believe, and a 9. His face is a mess. 9, and that is cut over the right eye. So again, he has a cut. He has been hammered. Not a gash, a cut, so that reopens, it looks like. And I think we have to do a TKO check here. Oh, so now this is the second time. Well, that's the first time for a cut. Do we go second time for everything? I think it's a second. I'm going to play it second time for everything. because so a 1 through 3 on the 20-sided die, and this fight will be stopped, I believe. And again, I might not have all the rules right. It's an 8. He survives that, and he's a freaking mess. We go to segment 5 of round 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through with my notes and look at what I missed. So, 1s for both fighters. That's 2 stars on the inside for Chuvalo and only 1 for Cooper. So Chuvalo again pressing the action, looking to end it here. And that is a 4. And a 4 for the Chuvalo card. 2 short punches on the inside. They're jabs. Very short. So no power check there. And let's see if an additional punch will be landed. No, it will not. We move on to segment 6. A 1 for Chuvalo, a 5 for Cooper. So that's 2 stars on the inside for Chuvalo, and only 1 on the outside for Cooper. So Chuvalo, again, looking to end it here. How many is he up by? That's 9, 12, so not 15 yet. And that's a 61. He misses. An opportunity for a counter, 1 through 6, and it's an 8. He misses. So both fighters throw and miss. We move on to segment 7 of round 3. A 3 for Chuvalo, a 1 for Henry Cooper, and that's a 1 outside for Chuvalo and a 1 inside for Cooper. Chuvalo goes first from the outside, not where he wants to be, but he's going to throw his punches and hope for 70. He misses. Here's the counter by Cooper. He needs a 1 through 6 to land, and he gets a 9, so he misses the counter. Now he gets on the inside, and that is a 10 on the inside for Henry Cooper, and a 10 is a 3-punch combination. A short cross by Cooper is the punishing blow. He's up to 12 punches, and on the inside, you can land an additional 1 blow with a 1 or a 2, and a 3 and a 5 is an additional 2 blows. So it's a 10, nothing there. Now let's roll for the power for Cooper, and that's a 6, so both out of range. We're coming up in the final 40 seconds of round 3. It's been domination by George Chuvalo. A 2 for Chuvalo and a 3 for Henry Cooper. 2 is a 1 on the inside for Chuvalo. A 3 is a 2 on the outside for Cooper, so Cooper has the action. And that is a 64. Cooper definitely being hampered from the bludgeoning he's taking. 64. Those punches are missed. Here comes a counter from Chuvalo. He needs a 1 through 3. He does not get it. Final 20 seconds of round 3 in total domination by Chuvalo. And that is a 3 for Chuvalo and a 4 for Henry Cooper. The 3 is a 1 on the outside for Chuvalo. The 4 is nothing for Henry Cooper on the outside. So the final punches will be thrown by Chuvalo here in round 3. And he's going to score. It's a 26 from the outside. A 26 from the outside is a 3-punch combination with a good digging hook to the body. Let's see if there'll be any defense and if any of those punches will be blocked. 14, no, they will not. Let's check the power now. Now 6, so that will be the bell. 15 against 12. I think my hand slid that. Did he score 12 blows? I don't think he scored 12 blows. Maybe he did. Well, my hand might have moved it. I don't remember. We're going to say he scored. I don't think he scored 12 blows. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. But, so that's the end of round 3. Chuvalo scores 15. I think my hand actually moved this, but I don't remember. We're going to give Cooper 12. What the heck? I don't think he. I think it was on the 7 and my hand moved it when I was rolling. He didn't score 10. No, he did. Yeah. I think he did score 12. Anyway. So 15 is going to reduce. Cooper's at 46 stamina as we go into round 4, and that's going to be reduced by 15, so that's 1. He's down to 31 stamina, and he's been... And again, I have to go back and check the injuries. I didn't have any real significant injuries when I was playing my first 5 bouts, which I found pretty funny. And now I have 3. And I'm pretty sure the broken nose, I kind of remember something when I was reading through the rules about that. And Cooper landed 12 against Chuvalo 72, so that brings it down to 60. Another round for George Chuvalo. We go to round 4. Chuvalo will start off the action as he was in control. Here we go. There's the bell for round 4. A 1 for Chuvalo, which is really good. 2 stars on the inside against a 6 for Cooper. 2 stars on the inside. Both men will bang away. Cooper again trying to change the momentum here. He's got to land something big and try to hurt Chuvalo. So Chuvalo goes first, and that is a 93. And that is a clinch. And when there's a clinch, that ends that whole segment. So the other fighter does not throw punches, if I remember reading that rule correctly. So that's the end. So they clinch as they're tiring a bit here in round 4. We move to segment 2. And that's a 1 for Chuvalo against a 3 for Cooper. Again, 2 stars inside for Chuvalo and 2 stars outside for Cooper. So Chuvalo goes first. He still maintains the action. That's a 43 on the inside for Chuvalo. A 43 does land. That's a 3-punch combination. The last one being a jar snapping uppercut through the guard of Henry Cooper. Let's see if he lands an additional punch. 1 and 2, he lands an additional punch. He does not. Let's go power check now. And it's a 3! So Cooper possibly a knockdown or being stunned. He needs above a 9 not to be stunned and above a 4 not to be knocked down. And it's an 8, so he is stunned. So it's going to be free reign on Henry Cooper. So we just roll. That's a 3. And unfortunately, it's going to take place on the outside for Chuvalo. So he has to roll really low here. And he does. The green die is a 0. These punches are going to land. It's a 1. And 3 jabs land for Chuvalo in consecutive order. 1, 2, 3. Snapping a battered Henry Cooper's head back. He's now landed 6 punches. Cooper has yet to get off anything. We move to segment 3 now. 2 for Chuvalo, 5 for Cooper. 2 for Chuvalo is a 1 on the inside. A 5 is a 1 on the outside. Both fighters will trade. Chuvalo goes first as he's able to get on the inside. He wants to work. That's a 55. 55 are punches missed on the inside. And now countering on the inside is Cooper. He misses. And now he's going to fire away. He gets some space from the outside. That's a 66. He is badly hurt. He just cannot land any punches. He misses his punches on the inside. Let's see if Chuvalo needing a 1 through 3. And he misses. So a lot of punches thrown. Nothing landed. We go to segment 4. Golden opportunity missed for Chuvalo. A little over anxious there for George. George gets a 1. And that's 2 inside against a 6. For Cooper, they're going to slug it away on the inside, both with 2 stars. Chuvalo goes first. He maintains the momentum. 78, he misses. Here comes a counter punch, and that's a 4, and that does land. That's a 2-punch counter, and a good right cross by Cooper. So he lands on the counter, 2 punches. Go power check. 19. Possible cut. 12, no cut, as 9 for the possibility of a cut. No cut, because we rolled a 12. And so here comes Chuvalo. No, here comes Cooper's regular roll. No, that was it. No, here comes Cooper's regular roll. That's a 26 on the inside. 2 punches landed, hook to the head and a left hook to the body. That's 4. Again, a power check. And no out of the range. It's an 8. Move to segment 5 of round 4. Cooper mounting a little bit of a comeback here. 4 for Chuvalo, 3 for Cooper. 4 for Chuvalo is nothing on the outside. A 3 is 2 stars on the outside for Henry Cooper. So Chuvalo only has a defensive action, and seeing that he's a horrible defensive fighter, not much action at all. And that's a 43 on the outside for Henry Cooper. 43 on the outside for Henry Cooper is a two-punch combination, a jab and a hook. No defense capability there. So that's 6. Let's see if it's going to be a stunning blow. An 18, nothing there. We move to segment 6 of round 4. A 1 for Chuvalo, a 5 for Cooper, a 1, that's 2 inside for Chuvalo, and a 5 is 1 outside, so it's going to be Chuvalo here. And that is a 20. Chuvalo trying to take the play back away from Cooper, and it's a 20. And he lands a hellacious 4-punch combination. Brings him to 10 blows landed. Will he land an additional? And that's a 4. He does not land an additional. 1 through 2. 1 and 2 would be an additional 1 more punch on the inside. Now the power check. And that's a 7. That's outside his power range. We move on to segment 7 now. Chuvalo still in control. We'll see what the white die and the red die say. That's a 5 for Chuvalo, 2 on the inside against a 2 for Henry Cooper, nothing on the inside. So again, Chuvalo imposing his will, and that is a 92. He misses. And here comes a countering opportunity, 15, and Cooper misses. We move to segment 8, final 45 seconds of round 4. And that's a 2 for Chuvalo and a 4 for Cooper. 1 on the inside for Chuvalo and nothing on the outside. So Chuvalo, again, boring his way in, and that's a 15. That's definitely going to land 2 punches. A short cross being the bludgeoning blow against Cooper's head. And he's at 12 to 6. Power check. 14-0. Final 25 seconds of round number 4. Looks like another round for George Chuvalo. 2s for both fighters. 1 inside for Chuvalo. Nothing inside for Henry Cooper. Chuvalo could end round 4 with a bang, and he will not. He's going to miss his punches. Here's the countering opportunity, and both fighters throw and miss at the bell. We move on to round 5. So Chuvalo lands 12 punches. That's been pretty much his norm. And again, I'm pretty sure I messed up on, or not quite clear on the broken nose. I'm pretty sure that Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. I believe with the broken nose, we go to the, like he becomes fatigued. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm almost positive of it. 92. Charles says, wasn't 92 a clinch? Did I miss that, Charles? Yes, you are right. You're right, Charles. I apologize. You are correct. Off the Chuvalo card, it's a clinch, and that should have stopped the action. But we're all learning the game together, but I appreciate that. Original Grognard asked, no real choices made. There's going to be strategy cards in I believe Anthony's going to have strategy cards. This is just simming it out. I think he will have strategy. He's also going to have fictional fighters, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So, I'm just, he's tested it a lot, and he's put videos up on his channel. So, again, I'm just playing it. I played 5 times offline. It's a lot of fun. I don't have all the rules down. I said that from the beginning. I will miss things. I'm going to miss lots of things. I'm pretty sure the broken nose I should have reduced. I believe with a broken nose. And I could be doing that wrong too. But what I'm going to do is I play it out. I've made my notes. I'm going to go back through and look through the rules and see what I missed and what I should have done. So, and you are right, Charles. That should have been a clinch. So we're going to play it out with what I did, though. So 12, and Cooper's now down to 19. And Cooper landed 6. Chuvalo's down to 54 as we start round number 5. And again, I'm going to miss a lot of stuff. This is only my 6th time because, like I said, I played 5 times offline. But I wanted to get something up there because Anthony was kind enough So let me have the beta and test it. And I can't wait to buy the real game, I believe, again in December. So here we go. Hope you're enjoying my clunky play. As Charles says, okay, keep going. It's a good fight. Yeah, he never actually got a crack at him. I loved Henry Cooper. I like Chuvalo. I met him at a boxing function, George Chuvalo, a Rocky Marciano fundraiser for scholarships way back when I was much younger. All right, here we go, round 5. And again, like I said, I'm pretty sure I messed up a lot of stuff, but we're having fun, and that's what it's about. Go to Anthony's channel. You can watch his videos, leave comments, and he will answer them. Here we go. Chuvalo in control if it goes to that, if it's an even Stevens. 3 for Chuvalo, and that's 1 on the outside. That's we're not. He does not want to be there. And a 1 for Cooper on the inside. 1 star. So Chuvalo goes first from the outside. I got to pay more attention. I just immediately thought the higher rolls were misses, and I missed a clinch. Charles was right there. So Chuvalo will go first from the outside. Not very proficient from out there. Yeah, but that's a 4. He's definitely going to land that. A 4. 2 jabs land. No power check on that. And here's Cooper now from the inside. And because it's... Oh, you know what? I have to roll a defense. I missed that. So let's roll defense. Let's see if Cooper blocks anything. 18, he does not. I lucked out there. Here's Cooper on the inside, and he just cannot take advantage. 66. On the inside, 66. 45 through 82 missed, so that's missed. And countering opportunity for Chuvalo, and he only counters 1, 2, or 3. And he misses the counter. So we move on to segment 2 of round 5. Oh, you know what else I think for possible TKO? Total punches landed if it's a difference of 15. I think that's also another thing I read. I have to double check on that. A 1 for Cooper, a 6 for Chuvalo. A 6 is good for Chuvalo. That's 2 on the inside against a 1, which is only a 1 on the inside. So Chuvalo has the offensive action. Cooper only defensive capability here. And he didn't take advantage of that. 76. A 76 is a missed punch. Here comes the counter for Cooper. And it's an 8. He misses. Both fighters tiring, Cooper from being bludgeoned and Chuvalo from throwing a gazillion punches. Segment 3 of round 5. A 6, again, that's really good for Chuvalo. 2 on the inside against a 1, which is only a 1 on the inside. So again, Chuvalo dictating the pace and the action. That's a 36 on the inside for Chuvalo. He lands 2 hooks, both of them to the head. Let's see if an additional blow will be landed. It's an 8. No, it will not. Power check. He landed 2. That goes to 4. Power check. Chuvalo needs a 5 or under, and it's a 9. So that's the end of that. We go to segment 3 now. It's all George Chuvalo. Chuvalo a 1. And that's good. 2 on the inside against a 5. That's 1 on the outside. Chuvalo imposing his will. Henry Cooper wilting. He's been battered, beaten, bloody, broken nose. And that's a 32 for Chuvalo on the inside. 32. It's a 2-punch combination. He digs hard to the body. 6 punches. Let's see if he lands an additional one. That's a 5. He does not. Power check. 6. No. Doesn't land in that. We move to segment 4. A 1 again for Chuvalo against a 3. So that's 2 on the inside against 2 on the outside. Chuvalo goes first on the inside. That's where he wants to be, to let his hands go. That's a 63 green. I read the green die first. 63 missed punches. Counter by Henry Cooper is a 4. He lands 2 snapping shots. Power check. Misses the power check. And now he's going to throw from his punches from the outside. And that's a 61. He misses. An opportunity for Chuvalo to counter. And Chuvalo needs a 1, 2, or 3. And he gets neither. We move to segment 5. a little life in Henry Cooper. He lands the counters, and I think he goes first because he landed the counters. That's the way I'm going to play it. I got to double check that, but that's the way I think I've been playing it. A 1, and that's 2 on the inside. That's where Chuvalo wants to be against a 2, which is nothing for Cooper on the inside, so it doesn't matter. It's going to be George Chuvalo trying to bludgeon Cooper into submission once again, and that's a 62. He misses his punches. Bad rolls here for Chuvalo. Countering opportunity is a 9. He misses, so punches thrown, punches missed. We go to segment 6. Chuvalo with a 5 and Cooper with a 5. 2 on the inside for Chuvalo, 1 on the outside for Cooper. It's all George Chuvalo here, but he's got to start landing punches. And he again, 72, a 72. He misses Cooper with a countering opportunity. And that's a 4. He will land 2 punches, a left and a right. He's catching Chuvalo coming in. Maybe he's getting a second win. Power check. I rolled the wrong die. It doesn't matter. He missed anyway with the power. We move on to segment 7. Chuvalo's landed 6 punches. Cooper 4. Chuvalo 5 and 5 for Chuvalo and Cooper. 2 on the inside, 1 on the outside for Cooper. So Chuvalo, again, he's got to land here though. And 60, he's not going to. Here comes the counter again. 8. Cooper misses. Final 45 seconds, around 5 coming up. A 1 for Chuvalo, a 4 for Cooper. 2 stars on the inside, so Chuvalo against a 4, which is nothing. Cooper fading fast here, folks. And finally, Chuvalo 36 will land, and he's going to land a hook to the head, then down to the body. So that's 2 punches. Let's see if he lands an additional blow. A 1 or a 2 will be an additional punch landed by Chuvalo. It's a 3, so he does not. Power check is a 17. Final 25 seconds, around 5. Chuvalo chalking up another round here. Cooper taking a beating. That's a 6. That's very good for Chuvalo. 2 stars on the inside against a 1, which is only a 1 star. For Cooper, and that's a 28. Chuvalo back in a rhythm. 28, 3 punches land. Digging left, right to the body and up to the head with a hook. He's landed 11. Will there be an additional blow here at the end? There will be. It's a 1. He lands another punch. That's 12. And now a power check. 11. And there's the bell. No. So once again, Chuvalo lands 12. That's been his norm against Cooper. 4. I probably did move my hand on the other one 2 rounds back. So 4. So Chuvalo still has 50 stamina. Cooper's down to 7, so fatigue's going to set in quite quickly. And I don't know if it sets in that as soon as I think it's the next round, because that's how we reduce it. Okay, that's another thing I got to read into, or check with my notes against the page here and the rules. Hope everyone's enjoying this. John St. Baptiste, how you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Wonderful music channel. Check that out, John St. Baptiste. We move on to round 6. Again, this is my 6th time playing the beta version of Glory Days Boxing from Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming. He has more videos, more in depth on his channel. It's his game. He was kind enough to let me play the beta. I told from the beginning I'm probably going to mess up some rules. This is my 6th time. I already realized I'm pretty sure I messed up the broken nose rule, but we're just going to play it out. And so far it's been all George Chuvalo. Here we go, segment 1 of round 6. And it's a 5, and that's 2 stars on the inside for Chuvalo, and a 6 for Cooper. That's 2 stars on the inside. They're going to stand Billy Goat to Billy Goat, head to head, pound away. Chuvalo will go first. And that's a 41. A 41 is a 3-punch combination culminating in an uppercut that goes through Cooper's guard, snapping his head back. Will Chuvalo land an extra blow? No, he does not. 3 punches landed on Cooper. Power check for Chuvalo, 14. He doesn't get that. And now it's Henry Cooper trying to retaliate. And that's a 67. That is a miss on the inside. 45 through 82, a miss. So now Chuvalo, not known for his counter punching, needs a 1, 2, or 3, and he gets an 8. So segment 1's over, and George Chuvalo got the best of that. We move to segment 2 of round 6. 5 for Chuvalo. That's great for him. 2 on the inside against a 4, nothing on the outside. Chuvalo imposing his will on Henry Cooper, and that's a 5 and a 1 and a 51 on the inside. Those punches are missed. Cooper with an opportunity to counter. He misses. A tiring Cooper. We move on to segment 3. Chuvalo tiring himself out. He's thrown a ton of punches, landed some good shots. Cooper, nose still bleeding, badly messed up right eye with cuts. Cooper with a 6. Chuvalo with a 6. Again, 5 and 6. 3, 5, and 6. That's where Chuvalo wants to be, and he's been there quite a bit in this bout. That's 2 on the inside against a 4, and that's nothing on the outside for Henry Cooper. Again, he's not letting his hands go. He's hurt. An 82, and 82 is a missed punch. 49 through 82 is missed. A countering opportunity, and Cooper misses the counter. We move on to segment 4 of round 6. Both fighters seem to be winded here. That's a 6 again for Chuvalo against a 1. So he has the play on the inside. Only a defensive action for Cooper, and that is an 8. He's going to land, and he's going to land quite proficiently. 3 punches, the last one being a short cross to the Cooper head. So that's 6 punches landed. Will he land an additional one? No, he does not. Power check is a 15. That misses out. We move on to segment 5. Chuvalo, 6s. They're going to stand toe-to-toe. Cooper needs to land something big. Chuvalo goes first on the inside, both with 2 stars there, and that's a 70. He misses, so Cooper gets a countering opportunity. Then we'll get his normal roll. He misses, and now he's going to throw on the inside, Cooper, and that's a 27. A 27 is a 2-punch combination. He digs a left to the body and up to the head. So Henry Cooper finally lands something. Will it be with some oomph? We shall see. No, it shall not. We move to segment 5 of round 6. Chuvalo well ahead in this fight. That's a 4 for Chuvalo. That's nothing on the outside against a 6 of Cooper. I'm sorry. That's a 6 for Chuvalo. Red die, Al. Red die. Come on. And a 4. So again, Chuvalo working Cooper over on the inside, mauling, brawling. Now can he land? And that's an 88. That is an 88 is a clinch. That ends that segment. Both fighters tired. We move on to segment 7. Thank you to Charles for reminding me to check for the clinches. And that's a 1 for Chuvalo. That's very good. That's 2 on the inside against a 3 for Cooper. That's 2 on the outside. So they will exchange evenly, except Chuvalo gets where he wants to be in his sweet spot, the inside. That's a 22. He's going to land. And a 22 is a big combination. 4 punches. 2 hooks to the body, 2 hooks to the head. He's now landed 10 blows. Will there be an additional blow? No, there will not. Power check. 10. So Cooper is not stunned by those blows. They are hard and scoring, but he takes them quite well. And now it's Henry Cooper from the outside. And that's a 75, and a 75 from the outside are misses. And again, a countering opportunity, something that Chuvalo's not proficient at. And he misses. We move on to segment 7. Coming towards a close of round 6. Chuvalo a 6 against a 4 of Cooper. That is 2 stars inside against nothing on the outside. Chuvalo imposing his will. And that is a 30. And that's 3 punches landed. The last one being a hard hook to the body. And he's at 13 now. Will he land an additional blow? No, he does not. Power check. And he does not get the power check. It's a 10. As he needs a 5 and under. But Cooper will be fatigued going into the next round. So here we go, segment 8, 45 seconds left in the round. That's a 1, again, excellent for Chuvalo, and a 5, not good for Cooper. Chuvalo, 2 stars on the inside against 1 on the outside. So it's all George Chuvalo, and that is an 11. That's 3 punches with a short cross on the inside. And that's 16 punches landed by Chuvalo. A big round, and he's 14. If he lands one more punch, we will go to a TKO check. And he does not land that extra punch. Let's go power check. And it's a 20. My God. So a 20, and I don't know if I'm supposed to roll it twice. You know, when I roll the power check, if it's not, when I roll that dice, if it doesn't land in the power or stun, I'm just reading it. If it's 19 or 20 as a cut. So now we're gonna keep playing it the way I'm playing it. I doubt I'm doing everything correctly. I know I'm not doing everything correctly. The basics I got down pretty good. So 16, it's going to be another bludgeoning here. And 11, so it does fall in a possibility of another injury to the really mashed up face of Henry Cooper. So an 11, now we'll roll again to see what the beating is. It's an 8. Cut right eye again. This is the second time. And this is the second time, so a 3 will be a TKO. It's a 15. There is no TKO. So in the 6th, another cut right eye, and that's a second time. So here comes the final 25 seconds. And that's a 1 and a 5. So a 1 for Chuvalo, 2 on the inside against a 5, 1 on the outside. This could be a TKO coming up here. So if Chuvalo lands, we will go to a TKO check. That's a 36. That's going to land on the inside. That's 2 punches landed. That makes it 18 to 2, so it's past 15. Let's see if there's an additional punch. It's a 5. There's no additional punch landed because he needs a 1 or a 2 on the inside to land an additional punch. Now the power check. That's a 10. Okay. But he is, like I said, 18. Oh, God, these things stick to my finger. 18 to 2. That's 16. Now I'm actually going to go. Okay. So on the cards, we're going to go to I think for the TKO, we have to look at the will. Now, he is well past. He's hit fatigued. Because he was only good for 7. Chuvalo's bludgeoned him with 18 blows landed. So I'm going to play it out common sense here for me. Common sense. Okay? Cut right eyes and chili. You are right. I'm going to go with, he's fatigued now. So if we roll an 11 or under, no, a 9 or under, I believe it's a TKO. And that's how we're going to play it. And again, I'm going to go through this again. I'm sure I'll tell Anthony, I'll send him a link. He'll watch it over, tell me everything I did wrong or right. I think he'll be excited. This is a really fun game. I do like it. And he plays it very quick because he knows it much better. It's his game. But this is a really enjoyable game for solo play. And he's going to have strategy also. I'm almost positive of it. All right, so 9 and under. This fight's a TKO stoppage. It's a 12, and there's the bell. There's the bell. He survives. And he is fatigued. And I think we have to do another will check before we start the next round because he's still down. So he survives the round at the end. 18. He's at zilch. And he only landed 2. So Chuvalo's at 48. Now let's just check out the TKO rule. I want to make sure I get something correct. The basics I have down. I love the I mean, you could just fool around with the. I did 3 round. Actually, I didn't count into all. I did like 4 3-round fights too, which I really enjoyed. I might do a little mini 3-round tournament at some point when I get this down better. Okay, let's just check. Bear with me a moment. I appreciate anyone being here, as this is going to slow down a lot right now. Knockdowns, knockouts, stunned. I think I'm doing that fairly accurately. Not 100%, but TKO check. Here we go. Let's read the TKO check. Fighters to move to the next segment. Okay, let's get to that part there. TKO reminders. TKOs can occur whenever a power shot lands in one of 2... Oh, see, I haven't done that. I didn't check that. I forgot that. Okay, TKO reminder. TKOs can occur whenever a power shot lands in one of two scenarios below. Fighter is hurt from knockdown or being stunned in the last segment. Okay, we didn't have that. We didn't have that. Fighter enters a current segment 15 points or 15 or more punches behind in the current round and is hit with a power punch. Okay, so we don't. Okay. This represents an accumulation of punishment over the course of a round. He will continue to have to make TKO saves using his will rating as long as he remains 15 or more punches behind in the current segment. As soon as the gap is closed to less than 15 punches, okay, so we do not check for a TKO the way I read that. We move on to round 7, and now Henry Cooper is in fatigue, so his power is 1, and his stun is 3. His chance for a knockdown goes from 4 to 7 and stun up to 12. And his KO to be KO is 11. Will is 9. Stamina, he's done with it. All right, so here comes round number, did I say 7? Round 7, I think the beginning of the end here, as George Chuvalo will have the momentum. Henry Cooper's a mess. Here we go. 5 for Chuvalo. That's what he wants. A 5 and a 6. They're going to stand Billy Goat to Billy Goat. I don't know how much Cooper has left, but they're going to stand toe-to-toe. Chuvalo goes first on the inside, and that is a 62. He misses his punches. Countering opportunity for Cooper. He misses, and now he'll get his regular inside action. And that is a 93, and a 93 is a clinch. The segment is over. We move on to segment 2. A clinch automatically ends the segment, I do believe. And that's a 2 for Chuvalo against a 5 for Cooper. 1 on the inside and a 1 on the outside, so there'll be an exchange. Chuvalo goes first. That is a 90. A 90 is a clinch. That ends that segment. We move on to segment 3. So Chuvalo looking to catch a breather here, it seems. 4 for Chuvalo against a 2 for Cooper. And that's nothing on the outside for Chuvalo against nothing on the inside. So they're going to exchange. Chuvalo goes first from the outside. Not very proficient from the outside. That's an 87. 87 from the outside for George Chuvalo is a miss. A countering opportunity for Cooper. He needs a 1 through 6. He gets a 16. He misses the counter. And now he goes from the inside, Henry Cooper. And it's an 80. He misses. Chuvalo with an opportunity to counter. He needs a 1, 2, or 3, and he misses. So it's 2 tired fighters right here. We move on to segment 4. No one's landed anything. That's a 4 for 4 for Chuvalo. Nothing on the outside against a 2. Nothing on the inside again. So Chuvalo goes first. That's a 5. He's going to land on the outside. He lands 2 nice, slow but thudding jabs. Those are the first scoring blows of round number 7. And actually, so Cooper has defense here. 3 through 5. One of those punches is blocked. And it's an 18, so nothing is blocked. And now Henry Cooper from the inside rolls his dice. And that's a 95. A 95 will end the segment, as that will be a clinch. We go to segment 5 for round 7. A 4 for Chuvalo. Nothing on the outside to a 5. That's a 1 on the outside for Cooper. So finally, Cooper's going to be first. And Chuvalo only has defensive capability. And that's an 8. And Cooper lands 3 jabs. There's scoring blows, but nothing really on them. And Chuvalo has no defensive capability there. We move on to segment 5. A 3 for Chuvalo, a 1 star on the inside against a 5, which is 1 on the outside. Cooper goes first from the outside. That's an 82. Cooper misses. As 45 through 82 is a miss. A countering opportunity again. Chuvalo not proficient at countering. That's a 13. He misses his counter. But now on the inside, he's going to try to work. And that's a 0-1. And he throws 3 short jabs on the inside. No power punches there, so he's up to 5. We move on to segment 6. When they're jabs, you don't check for the power rating. and I have to remember to use the fatigue factor, the second column, the 1/3, the 7 parentheses 12, the 11/9. All right, so a 2 for Chuvalo, 1 on the inside against a 4, which is nothing on the outside, so it's going to be George Chuvalo all day, all night. And that is a 71. He misses his punches on the inside. Cooper's going to try to counter. A fatiguing Cooper just misses as we roll a 7. We move to segment number 7. Chuvalo with a 2, Cooper with a 5, 1 on the inside for Chuvalo, nothing, a 1 on the outside. So it's Chuvalo first, 77, he misses, here's the counter. And Cooper misses again, he's awfully tired, he'll now throw his punches. Shoot, was it from the inside or the outside? 5, outside. And that's a 60, and he misses, and another opportunity to counter, and this time it's a 1. Chuvalo will nail him on the 1. He lands 2 hooks. He digs to the body, up to the head, and a power check. And now, because he's fatigued, does that affect power? We rolled a 6, but I don't think it just affects the power who's the fighter who's fatigued. A 6 falls out of. Oh, you know what? If knockdown occurs, reroll 1d20. Okay. Cuts easily +2 to. Yep, see, I forgot the special things also. I just remembered that. Like Cooper's a bleeder, so cuts easily cuts +2 range on all cut stoppage checks. So we'll remember that next time. And granite chin just means Chuvalo very likely to get knocked down. Unlikely to get knocked down. So we're going to say he doesn't land a power shot there. Segment 8. He did land 2 punches, though. 7, I think. I lose track sometimes. All right, here we go. Final 45 seconds. A 5 for Chuvalo, finally imposing his will, and a 2 for Cooper. Nothing there for Cooper except a beating coming right now if Chuvalo lands under 40, and he does not. That is a 78. He misses. Cooper trying to counter. He misses. Final 25 seconds of the round 7. 1 for Chuvalo, 2 on the inside against 4 for Cooper, nothing on the outside. And that is an 8. Chuvalo lands 2 jabs and a cross. That's 10. And let's see if he lands an extra punch. That's a 2. And he'll land 1 more punch. That's 11. Power check. 15. And there's the bell. So Chuvalo lands 11 punches. Cooper landed 3. Again, his stamina is gone. Chuvalo still with 45. We move to round 8. It's been all George Chuvalo. We might just call it TKO if nothing gets going for Cooper. Yeah, I read through the rules, John. I played, like I said, 5 real bouts offline. I did like these little 3-round things too. So again, there's things I've missed, and I'll go back and watch this. And Anthony, I'll send him a link. This is Bleacher Bums Gaming developed this game. It's a lot of fun. He has many videos on his channel of it. He was kind enough. He asked me to beta test it, so I wanted to get something up on the channel so he can see the way, because he's going to see the things I've misinterpreted and ask me why. And he already knows I'm very enthusiastic about the game because it's fun. I like it. I'm a big boxing fan. So, all right, here we go. Round number 8. Chuvalo, a 1. That's where he wants to be. A 1-6. They're going to stand toe-to-toe once again to start off round 8. Chuvalo goes first, and that's not going to land. That's a 67. That's a miss. Cooper with a 6. He misses. No, he lands the counter, that 2-punch counter. A jab and a cross. Power check for Cooper. Nothing. And now Cooper gets his regular punches on the inside. A 59 on the inside is a miss. So Chuvalo gets the counter. Again, not very proficient at it, and he misses. Go to segment 2 here in round 8. Now I have to remember to check the second column. That's the fatigue column. Got to remember that. A 2 for Chuvalo. That's 1 on the inside against a 6. That's 2 on the inside for Henry Cooper. Can he mount one last gas charge? So Cooper with a 61, he misses on the inside. And again, Chuvalo tries to counter, and he misses. So both fighters tiring, getting a little sloppy here. We go to segment 3 of round 8. Double sixes. They're going to stand toe-to-toe, billy goat to billy goat, pounding away. And Cooper goes first. That's a 26. Does Cooper go first? Because he landed them. We're going to say Cooper goes first. 26. 2 punches. 2 big hooks to the head. I don't know how much power is left on them. Let's see if Cooper lands an extra blow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's a 10. He does not land an extra blow. Power check. And that is a 6. And that's well out of his power range now because he's fatigued. Go to segment. Oh, no. We have to go. Now, Chuvalo lands a 29. And a 29. 3 punches on the inside. 2 hooks to the body and up to the head. No extra punch landed. Power check for Chuvalo. That's a 1. Okay. A 1. That's definitely in his power. And now we go to the fatigue. We go to the second column. The second column. Make sure I'm doing this right here. You'll see under Henry Cooper. So it's now a 7 for a knockdown and a 12 to be stunned. All right. So let's go back here. So a 7 for a knockdown. It's a 4. Cooper is down. Cooper is down. And now a knockout is an 11 or under. And that's a 19. So it's a 19. I assume he gets up. He didn't get knocked out. So he gets knocked down. That's got to count for extra points, obviously. So that's a knockdown in the 8th. So he scores a knockdown. And now that means he's stunned. And does he go to a will check? We're going to say he goes to a will check. I think that's how we interpret that. Let's go back to that rule there. Fighter is hurt from a knockdown or being stunned in the last segment. Fighter enters. Okay, so he is down. He's up. Segment's over. We move to segment 3. Now we roll to see if it's going to be a TKO. And that is the will. Fatigue, it's 0 through 9. He needs a 10. It's a 10! He just barely holds on. The referee's going to let it go here. We move to segment 4. Three, score 2. 29. 3 punches. Were those the first punches he landed? Yes, they were. All right. So, he got knocked down. He's up. I believe he's still going to be... We rolled. He survived the new segment. So, all right. We'll just play it out normal here. I don't know if that's exactly right. 3 for Chuvalo's, 1 on the outside. That's not where he wants to be. He might be trying to catch his breath against a 2. And Cooper, that's nothing on the inside. So Chuvalo goes from the outside. And that's a 17. He's going to land. 2 jabs and a right cross. 3 punches land. He's got 6. Power check once again. That's a 4. Bye-bye. Henry Cooper. So that lands. The 4 lands, because again, his power is 5 for Chuvalo. Cooper will go down 7 and under, will be stunned 12 and under. It's a 1. He's down again. That's a second knockdown. I don't know if there's where we'll just do it. The 9, so it's got to be a 9, greater than a 9. It's not. He has just been knocked out. A greater than 11. He does not beat the count. And George Chuvalo bludgeons, batters, and knocks out Henry Cooper at 4. Oh, that's where that is. 9 segments. I get this now. So that's 4. That's what we do. That's how that goes. Okay. It's even, odd, even. I don't get that part. But we're going to say at 104, the 8th round, George Chuvalo, 104 of the 8th, Chuvalo KOs Cooper. Well, that was fun. I messed up a bunch of rules, I'm pretty sure of it. As John St. Petit says, that's what beta testing is for. So now I will, that was a lot of fun. I do enjoy this game. Let me just move the camera. You get to see my ugly mug for a bit. 1:28 a.m. and I still am not tired. I love not being able to sleep. Anyway, so that's Glory Days Boxing, and that was the beta test. Let's just slide this over here. Yeah. So that's Glory Days Boxing. That was the beta test, and I'm still not in. Oh, the heck with it. Do it this way. The beta test, again, that's Bleacher Bums Gaming. Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming. Check out that channel. He has more videos that are much more descriptive and more, how can I say it, tutorial, obviously, than what I just did. And that's still not coming out the way I want it. Bear with me one moment. Fit the screen. That's what we need to do. A lot of fun. I highly recommend it when it comes out. John St. Baptiste said, good rule set. Not sure how I feel about managing for hits, though. MG for hits. Well, again, John, Anthony has better tutorial videos than what I just did. I wanted to get it up there. He was kind enough to let me beta test it. I'm pretty sure on the broken nose, because I kind of read that somewhere. Oh, you know what? I'm so stupid. It's right here on the side on this chart. That's where I read it. That's why when I quickly flipped through this, I couldn't find it. It's on the chart right here. On the little, so it broke. Okay. So what I should have done. Oh no, that's the rare event chart. That's what that is. Okay. Anyhow, I'm going to go back through this during the weekend and just take a look at what I did wrong. And there'll be plenty of stuff I did wrong. There'll be plenty of stuff. But the basics of the game, I love it. I love it. And the whole game I love. I just have to know. The more you play a game, the better you get at it. With the knowledge of the rules and stuff. And why is my camera not? There. Sit still, Al. Don't bob your head up and down, and you'll be all right. I like the way you go off the 2 die. And this is this is really accurate. Because Henry Cooper he cut a lot. And he had a bad habit at times of not throwing punches. And he's one of my favorite historical fighters, along with George Chuvalo. Like I said, I met George Chuvalo at a Rocky Marciano fundraising charity function, raising money for scholarships for kids way back when. when they used to do that. It was a lot of fun. George Chuvalo, really funny. God, he's got to be in his 70s now. Really funny. Told some great stories. Boxers are some of the nicest people that I've met. I'm lucky enough to meet a lot of boxers. When I was younger, I did a little bit of it. Did a lot of sparring, actually. But I've met a lot of boxers when I used to go to a lot of fights and stuff like that. So I do. There's going to be strategy cards. I'm almost positive of it. But this is a really fun solo game. I like this better than Title Bout Boxing because I hate flipping cards. And I had the original game, played the living crud out of it. I still have it downstairs. They came out with Title Bout 2. Beautiful game that the developer made. I just don't like flipping cards. It's very nice. I do love the PC Title Bout game, which I have a lot on my channel. We're doing our heavyweight tournament. We're going to get back to that, where I just sim it and I call it. You can also play it. Again, there's only so many strategies you can do in boxing. If you're not a boxing fan, I don't recommend any boxing game. It's a niche thing, but it's a fun thing for me. The what if factor. So. In reality, George Chuvalo wanted to fight Henry Cooper. Henry Cooper's manager wanted nothing to do with George Chuvalo, and they never did fight. So, but in our little beta test, again, I'm pretty sure I messed up rules here and there. Got the gist down. This game will flow quickly once you know how to play it. Again, I think I enjoyed playing the 3-rounders that I did because I didn't really have to look at too much. The fatigue, again, very basic, but makes sense. That's the way all the boxing games I have played go. But they also incorporate punches missed. And I think we're just going off punches landed. And the power checks, once you're fatigued, how it changes your stamina. And what Anthony was trying to create was something we didn't have to look at a lot of charts. And you really don't. Everything is right here. Again, once you get the rules down and you know the rules, and it's right here. Again, I downloaded this. His board will be slightly bigger, and I was able to put it on that little thicker paper. So what I have to check out, the TKO rule, which we sort of did correctly, but not all the way through. I'm not very confident in that. And the injuries. I think on the first one I forgot to roll to see if it would be a cut or not. Because first, if it's a 19 or 20, let's say for Henry Cooper, 19 or 20, and actually let's move my ugly mug out of here again. Let's make this smaller, actually. So for Henry Cooper, where's the spreadsheet? There it is. For Henry Cooper, the mistake I made early, and I've also done it when I was playing offline, I just don't catch myself because I get all excited about rolling the dice and calling the fight in my head. So a cut possibility happens on 19 through 20. I think the first one I did, I just went right to the cut. Then we would have to roll for Henry Cooper. You can see, again, he bled like a sieve. He's a 16, so he's going to cut, most likely, which he really did. And then you roll that, and obviously if it's a 16 or under, we roll again, and we get the result down here where it says cut and swelling. So we started to do that properly. I'm pretty sure I have this part dead on. Actually, I know I have. When you roll the two-sided die, this is really, inside, outside, 2 stars. The more the stars, that's who the fighter's in control. This, I missed a clinch or two, and I believe it was, who brought that up? Charles. Thank you very much, Charles. Thank you, John, for sticking around for this. I know it's not the most exciting. I actually do like this game a lot, and the more proficient I get, the better it will be on the channel. The other thing, so we have the power rating, and for Henry Cooper, it's a 4. So a 4 and under would a possibility of a knockdown. I think we're doing that pretty well. And then I messed up on the stun. I missed that a couple of times early. So Cooper would be stunned 5 and under. I'm sorry, 9 and under. That's the knockdown rating. And then once all the stamina, which we did that pretty well. I don't know if it happens. I would say it does happen during the round, though. And I did that at the end for the TKO check. So the first one, the 70s for a 10-round bout, and the 90s either for a 12 or a 15-round bout. And if I did 15, I'd probably add 5 more to each. So that's, I mean, this is the majority of the information you are getting off the cards. I like that a lot. And I just, once you get the rules down, you can fly with this. So anyway, I'd like to thank everyone. Have a good night. Thank you very much, Mr. John St. Baptiste. Check out that wonderful music channel. I cannot do justice with describing it. You just have to go there. He's very knowledgeable about music, and he has weekly genres or playlists, and it's a lot of fun. And he asks you to share music with him, too. Thank you, John, as he says, thanks for sharing. Bubba Husky, thank you very much. Charles Malrose, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you, Charles, for helping me catch what I missed. And if I missed more, please show. I know I missed stuff, and I'm going to go back through it. And I'm going to have Anthony go through it, too. OG, the original Grognard, thank you very much. Hope What's Blazing in Sports, thank you. Check out all these wonderful channels. So, thank you very much. Health and happiness. Watch out for that big left hook. Stay safe. God bless. You know what's coming, folks. Peace. Bye-bye.